Hi guys, and welcome to the immigration office. Yes, so far in this show we have found a pair of twins kicked out of a house for not humping each other. We found a pair of twins who crashed a memorial service. And now we are going to see if a pair of twins, being us, get deported. Yes, and this part inspired partly by the dual citizenship thing that's happening in Australian Parliament at the moment, and also an old sort of thread video. We're going to see if we even deserve to be living in this country. Yes, and we are going to determine this by the way of doing the citizenship practice test on border.gov.au website. Yes, according to the officials that await on the 10,953 kilometers of Australian coastline, you need to get 75% on the quiz right, or you'll get deported indefinitely to the luxurious Manus Island. Let's go! So welcome to the citizenship test. I'm Davis.
And I'm Dennis.
And we have to get at least 4 out of 5 questions right to remain in this country.
I know, the country of Australia, so the stakes are really high. If we fail this,
it's off to Manus Island for you.
Oh, no.
Shall we get going?
Yeah.
Okay, so my first question is, which of these statements about government in Australia is correct? Religious laws are passed by Parliament. Government in Australia is secular, or the government does not allow some religions. I have no idea.
Hang on, the government does not allow some religions. Does the government allow extremist Islam?
I guess there's still like
ISIS?
There's still Islam. It's not like it doesn't define like. Is
ISIS a denomination of Islam?
I don't think so. It's just like a different. I guess it's a different interpretation of the Quran.
Yeah, so it's a different denomination.
But, I think...
The government is obviously secular.
Yeah, so I think it'll have to be B.
Like Michael Turnbull isn't also our Pope.
That'd be so funny.
Or the head of our church.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with B. We'll find out the answers at the end of this. Which of these is an example of equality in Australia? A, everyone belongs to the same political party.
We all belong to the Communist Party.
Everyone follows the same religion.
We all follow
ISIS. Men and women have the same rights.
You can't say that.
I think the only one that's slightly right, even like remotely right, is men and women have the same rights.
No, they don't. Don't you know about the bloody the glass ceiling?
Well,
the pay gap.
The thing is that it's made of glass, so you can't really see it.
You can see through it at success. Look at where, guys, and look how successful we are.
Which of these is a responsibility of Australian citizens aged 18 and over? A, to have a current Australian passport. I think you cannot have a passport if you don't want to travel overseas, I think.
What type of peasants are they?
To vote in elections. Yeah, I think it might be that one.
What if you haven't enrolled yet?
Well, it's still a responsibility that you should get to. Or is it to attend local council meetings? I think I've never attended one.
Because we are a secular country, instead of going to church on every Sunday, we go to the local council meetings every Sunday.
It would have to be vote in elections. Oh, which of these is a responsibility of Australian citizens aged 18 or over? This is the same question, but as Dennis just pointed out, they're different answers. To serve in a jury if called to do so. To carry a passport at all times. Can you imagine that? Or to do local community service. This isn't bloody North Korea.
Okay, serve on a jury if you're called to do so. You've been called and you didn't do it.
I've been called like 3 times this year.
And you've never done it.
No.
To carry a passport at all times. That makes sense. Yeah, you should do that, Davis. I know you don't do it right now, but that's because you're full of sin. Okay?
But Dennis, you've never done any local community service. Ever. You do not contribute to the community at all. You must be the
last
one who's full of sin.
The last one is obviously
it's literally,
a punishment.
It's literally North Korea.
What's the responsibility of an Australian citizen? To go to jail?
Okay, it's to serve on a jury if called to do so. And finally, my last question is, which of these statements about passports is correct? Australian citizens need a passport and visa to return to Australia.
we need permanent residents can hold a passport, and Australian citizens can apply for an Australian passport. Are they all correct? So Australian citizens need a passport and visa to... No, we don't need a visa to return. Permanent residents can hold a passport, or citizens can apply.
I'm assuming, obviously, citizens. If you're a citizen of Australia,
Yeah, but is it...
you're not the target mark of a passport.
What do you mean you're not the target market for a passport?
Permanent
go
residents can hold Australian passports. Obviously not true. I think you need a passport to return to Australia.
But you do need a passport to return to Australia.
And visa to return to Australia.
Not
You should
visa.
go for that. You should definitely...
Stop trying to trick me with these terrible answers.
Davis!
It's either B or C. Permanent residents can hold a passport.
You'll regret it when you don't have your visa to return to Australia from Manus Island.
Well, Australian citizens can apply for a public Australian passport. I'll go with C.
I wanted you to be deported!
Oh yeah. No, Jennifer, it's your turn. It's your turn.
Why did you have to
I get to remain in the country.
Damn you!
What a privilege.
I'm sorry, Australia. You have to deal with him forevermore.
But will you have to deal with Dennis? We'll find out.
What do we remember on Anzac Day?
I think it's the biscuits we remember.
I don't remember the recipe, so do I even remember that? The landing of the Australian New Zealand Army Corps in Gallipoli, Turkey.
Definitely not.
The arrival of the first free settlers from Great Britain. The landing of the first fleet at Sydney Cove.
Oh yes, definitely that one.
Definitely A, the first one.
No, definitely won't be. You'll be deported like those criminals were.
Davis, you might remember the arrival of the first free settlers, but I don't. I don't think about them at all. Next. What are the colours of the Australian Aborigine flag? So,
It's obviously blue, white and green.
What are the colours of the Australian Aborigine flag? Fun fact, it wasn't designed by Aborigines.
No, was that by a white man? I don't know.
I assume it was.
I think it was.
That's all I remember about that trivia fact.
Yeah.
Black, red, and yellow.
What does the black symbolize, Dennis? The colour of their skin.
Oh, sensitive topic. Which do you know what the yellow stands for? The colour of your skin. Which official symbol of Australia identifies the Commonwealth property? What? I have no idea what that means. Which official symbol of Australia identifies Commonwealth property? Australia's national flower. The national.
What is our national flower?
We have a national flower. No, that's a New South Wales flower. The national anthem or the coat of arms.
The national anthem?
So I'm assuming, what badge do we put on stuff that is owned by the government?
Yeah.
The coat of arms. You don't put a flower on it.
No, you put the notes to the national anthem on it, obviously.
You put someone singing the national anthem.
A picture of Shannon Knoll.
The coat of arms. Which of these statements about the government in Australia is correct? I think I've
This
seen,
is familiar.
I think I've seen this before.
Someone's cheating here.
The government does not allow some religions. The religious laws are passed by the government. The government is secular. The government is secular. Which one is an example of freedom of speech? People can peacefully protest against government decisions. Australians are free to not follow a religion. Men and women are treated equally in a court of law.
These are all true.
I know.
But which one's an example of freedom of speech?
Well,
I'm very vocal about not following a religion, so that must be freedom of speech, right?
Oh my god, Davis the atheist, you should start a channel. We're allowed to protest against the government because we're not in North Korea. Ah!
This is so easy. How do people not succeed?
5 out of 5, both of us.
It's way too easy.
We haven't studied or anything.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think it is way too easy. Like anyone, literally anyone who's ridiculously uneducated can come.
Anyone can come to Australia. Government, don't try stopping the boat. Just make the test harder.
And
This
all
isn't
your
te-
problems will be solved. We know, we should make a political party.
What? I want to start a religion.
I want to start a cult, the Davness cult.
Join the Davness cult.
Okay, that's enough. Back to the studio.
And that was Twins Try the Citizenship Test. Did you get deported? Tell us in the comments below. Next up is, or was our backup plan if we did end up getting deported.
See you after the break.